Is they become a lot more close-minded, and they start assuming that they're right all the time. And this isn't the kind of mentality that this culture needs to have if it's going to be sustained and to continue developing. And also, maybe there needs to be a little less focus on competition as a b-boy community and more of a focus on education, because competition is great, it helps us all become better and it motivates us to keep going, but that's not the only way to enjoy this culture and this dance. Another way to enjoy it is through educating others and being a positive influence on others, because that's what hip-hop was originally about.
Okay, we just have two more categories. So next up, we have transportation.
Yes.
What role do you think transportation plays, like, in a breakdance scene?
Yeah. Well, people need to get to practice. People need to get to jams, whether that means jams in their local area or jams out of state, out of country. Transportation, yeah, people need to get to places that they need to be. In Houston, since it is so big, most people own cars, because if they didn't, they wouldn't be able to get around. And public transportation is just bad, period, in Houston. It's not like so, transportation, you need to get to where you need to be. Yeah.
So do you own an automobile?
No, I do not, unfortunately. So I've been struggling with this problem since high school, trying to get to practices. The first thing that I tried to do to solve the problem in high school was public transportation in Dallas, and I tried that out because it was the only option. It wasn't ideal, but it got me to where I needed to be eventually, even though it may have taken 1.5 hours to 2 hours to get to practice, and then another 1.5 hours to get back home in the middle of the night. The dark buses are not ideal, but I had to do what I had to do. Other than that, I tried to ask friends for rides whenever they were willing to give it to me, and that got annoying eventually too. But ever since I moved to Houston, I ended up getting my own practice space that was like within walking distance, so that was good. But then whenever I need to get to jams or need to go to Break Free to volunteer, I usually just take Uber. It's a little pricier, but it's Houston and I need to do something to get somewhere.
Right. So, let's see. So how did you, without having a car, how did you get to Chicago?
Yes, I actually bought my own plane ticket.
Whoa.
Yeah, I bought my own plane ticket, and that's how I did it.
Right. Alright, so we're on our last section.
Sure.
It's our final question. Our final section of questions. You ready?
Yeah.
Alright. So, if you could change your city or your community or the world to make it more breakdance friendly, how would you change it and why?
I guess.
I can rephrase it a different way. So, do you think there's any barriers for breakdance now in your community that you can see? Like, let's say there's a kid who wants to breakdance. Well, what barriers are there to stop him from doing it, him or her from doing it?
The first barrier I would see is, I guess, personal issues that kid may be going through in his life. Like maybe he has to go to work, doesn't have, or school, doesn't have enough time to dance. In terms of external issues, I guess finding a practice spot that he's allowed to go to. And that can mean a lot of things, whether he's in university or not and has a gym to go to, or whether there's another open spot available in his community. But I feel like with dance, there's not that many barriers because there's not a lot of financial investment you need to put in it. You just need, I guess, someone to bring speakers and music and some shoes and soles, and you just need to go for it. I mean, going outside and doing it on cardboard isn't ideal, but it's a way to do it. It's all about being creative and finding your own way and finding your own way to sustain it. And in terms of barriers, I really don't see that many for serious people who are serious about finding ways to do it.
Great. So we have, I guess, like 2 last things.
Yeah.
So, do you think that your city, Houston, do you think it cares about breakdancing or public art? Or even like the people inside of it?
Does it care about breaking in the public?
Basically, like
Okay.
the people inside your city. Like you said that you guys had a fundraiser. So you hosted an event with breakdancing, and people came. You guys showed them like if you're a good breakdancer, and like you advertise. Like there's no like hidden stigma like against breakdancing. It's like are you all seen as like is there no negative stigma against breakdancing? Like you can walk on your college campus and say, "Hey, I'm a breakdancer," and people I still respect you as like a fellow student.
Yeah. In my city, at least, breaking is really well respected in terms of just saying that